Yeah, thanks once again for the opportunity to present this very nice project. It's House Smith. Project was done in Klerksdorp area, just outside of town, about 10 k's outside of town. On a farm, the client was Ms. Smith from Sella Steel and A-Line Studios architects, Ellery Becker, the architect involved in this project. The project brief was to create a home that enables a genuine farm living lifestyle on an active agricultural property. The owners are in conventional brick and mortar building. However, they decided to give the light steel frame a go, as they also want to use it as a case study for possible other options in their future markets. The option, the light steel, also gives them the option of more finishing options that's more achievable, as the light steel gives a blank canvas on which you can add your finishes. That was one of the main drivers behind the decision as well, and the fact that the client loves to work with steel. The other requirement was they sold their house in town. The sale came through a bit faster than what they thought, and that pushed them into quite a tight deadline for the new house to be built, as they had a deadline for moving out of their current premises. They also did some investigations in alternative types of cladding, recycled plastic woods, fiber cement boards, recycled tiles, etc., to do it a little bit different. On the BIM models, you can see the steel planning of the steel structure. The project cost at this, and this is the light steel frame only, was about 570,000. And I believe this is a very sustainable project that was done. The overview, the big driver was a self-sufficient farmhouse. To achieve that, the best possible insulation had to be achieved. Due to if you've got good insulation, there's less requirements for air cons, less electricity used. There's quite a couple of benefits if it's properly insulated, which makes the living experience better, and to make it a home rather than just another house. Steel was chosen deliberately, as the client, as said, the client likes to work with steel, although they are in the brick and mortar business. There's just something that works for the client with the steel, and this also empowered them to build the house themselves. Actually, she involved her father in the process as well, to come and supervise the building process, as he was an experienced builder as well. So that was also part of the choice for the structure. Overall, the project was significant, as the client used this as their own case study as well, and they were willing to go this route, to build their own house, show that they believe in the system, to in the end prove that there are proper alternatives to the conventional brick and mortar method. Steel-wise, as said, was about the light steel component, about 570,000. The tonnage used for this project was about 9.8 tons. Longest spans were about 7.2 meters on scissor trusses. The types of cladding that they used here was Harvey Echo tile, which was beneficial for the system, as the Harvey tile is a very lightweight tile, which made the roof structure a lot cheaper and easier to design and manufacture, as we did not have to negate very heavy roofing products. Although it can be done with normal clay roof tiles, this played a big role in bringing down total cost of the project as well. All the structures were framed with C channels from FrameCAD system, 89mm profiles in 0.8 millimeters. The fact that all the frames were pre-manufactured and pre-assembled as well made the whole project a lot more viable for our client, as frames came to exact sizes numbered to site. Therefore, they were only able to follow the plan and join these frames on site, which made it very easy and very fast for them on site to quickly install the structure. The double volume or 1.5 volume areas presented a little bit of an issue in terms of bracing. However, the whole building gave us the opportunity to brace it in other areas, which wasn't too big an issue in the end. Total weights that we achieved on this project, just to showcase the benefit of lightweight, was that the walls structures came in on an average of 10.9 kilograms per square for the steel, and the trusses worked out at about 3.4 kilograms per square, which is very light. This gives the opportunity to handle everything by hand. No heavy lifting equipment needed to lift stuff up, and it also gives the opportunity to do all this work with a very small team. There were no major or complex connections on this building. It was fairly straightforward designs. However, even if it's fairly straightforward, all connections are still checked in terms of load distributions and how all the loads are relayed to the foundations. In order to sort out some of the technicalities on this project and to be able to talk and resolve issues with the client, 3D models are prepared on quote stages already. So then distance between the manufacturer and the client does not matter, as most of these are sent electronically, can be discussed, everything can be checked and double checked and controlled. Client can see the spaces, the design, the connections, everything beforehand, and then they can make an informed choice, as they can properly see what's been planned for them. So the 3D modeling and the software does make this whole process a lot easier nowadays. The fabrication stage, once everything was approved and checked by the client, they're happy. The manufacturing were planned and done according to truckloads and according to sections of the house, to make it easier for the client, as that was their first light steel frame building that they did. And as it was a self-built, we planned it in such a way that it made it easier for them on site. So the sections were sent separately to help and assist in that fashion. There were quite a bit of repetitive, as the trusses are all the same sizes, so on, which made the production quite fast and easy, as there were quite a lot of repetitive works. And the fact that everything is pre-assembled in our factory does give a measure of quality control during the assembly stages, as it's done under supervision in our factory. And then on the construction side, the client, as said, built themselves. Even though it was their first building, they were confident that they will be able to do that. Once again, electronic 3D modeling, WhatsApp videos, etc., made it viable and easy, as the contractor would send us some pictures or videos of areas, confirming if connections are done correctly, if whatever they've done are done correctly, which in the end, then when site visits were attended to, left us with very little to actually check, as most of these details we were able to check electronically. For the balance of the project, it was also done in rainy season, so the access to the site was quite difficult, as there were no formal roads and stuff at that stage already. So with all the rains and so on, there were quite an issue to get some of the materials on site. Therefore, quite a bit of the material had to be offloaded on the tar road that's about 1.5 or 2 kilometers away from the site, and had to be carted up to site in smaller loads. There were not too much, because everything was discussed beforehand, proper input from the architect and discussions between the architect and the client that was relayed to us as manufacturers. So in the end, that helped us that there were no late stage design changes or alterations and stuff like that, which also made the project run a lot smoother than normal. Challenges and solutions were, as the house is on an active farm, some of the challenges were that while they were building, the goats and the horses and everything constantly came onto the platform and walked in and around all the structures that were starting to go up, which forced the client to change their approach a little bit, and they first had to do the boundary wall and fencing, which was actually planned for last. They had to do first, to ensure that the animals don't get hurt or any materials get damaged due to the animals walking in and around the premises. The biggest, or one of the bigger challenges, was that the site slopes quite a bit, but they required to have one roof line. So we had to alter some of the wall heights, etc., to create the same roof line, and creating as little as possible steps and difficulties in the roof design, to have that as straightforward as possible. And other than that, it was the wet seasons, the mud and water, but that is fairly standard on some sites. However, the advantage was that the steel and the roof went up very quickly. So even with the wet weather, they were able to carry on with their works. Even when it rained, the roof is on, so internal works could proceed. The roof, as said previously, was quite a practical solution, and they looked at the Harvey Echo Tile. It's a very light roof product, which made the whole structure a lot lighter, easier, less trusses to install. It was just a good choice to go for that, and it's aesthetically appealing product. The benefits of steel in this project, once again, because all the frames were done in the factory, the client and builder were left with the big puzzle pieces, only having to assemble them, giving them a flexible canvas in the end for finishes, where they could choose any type of finish on the walls, opt for different looks without having to change the structure or having to rebuild something that would have been the case with conventional brick and mortar. Once the structure were up, some of the finishing products could be played around with a little bit and assist with final decision making on what the actual and final aesthetical appeal would be for them and what they are happy with. That was one of the big advantages, and the fact that they could build it themselves. It's easy enough to do it like that. Quality and assurances for light steel is the fact that before anything is manufactured, the whole design has been checked according to the SANS 517. It's been designed accordingly. In other words, all the loads, structural, safety, fire, all that stuff is being checked according to the SANS codes, wind loads, etc., etc. Everything gets checked before we go to site. That minimizes the risk of professional teams getting in and changing at late stages in a project in some cases, due to certain aspects not complying with engineering requirements. So that's a big advantage of the light steel, is the fact that most of the engineering is done beforehand, before quotes are finalized, before the costing is accepted. We know that structurally the system works, and then all the steel is coated with a zinc aluminum or alu-zinc coating. We preferably use a AZ150 with class 3 fasteners, just to make sure that we sit with a product that's got a proper longevity, minimal risk of anything going wrong in future with the structural component of the building. So that makes the whole product and the system very sustainable and efficient. Cut-offs, waste materials, etc. Is minimal, less than 2 to 3%, which makes it a very economical system to use. On site, there's almost no waste, as all panels and everything goes pre-assembled, pre-cut to the exact sizes. Unless changes are made on site, there is almost never any waste on site. I think what we're most proud of is the fact that we were able to give the family a chance to actually build their own house themselves. Make it a family effort. It's doable. And that is the biggest thing about light steel, is to empower people, more people, and actually give new meaning to the term self-built, because the stuff are actually built themselves with their own hands. You don't need a lot of people in from the street So that is really notable from our side. The fact that it's so adaptable, that a guy who had many years experience in conventional brick and mortar building, no experience in light steel at all, were able to grasp the concept quickly and just ran with it, and the project just flowed properly. That was very nice to see and to experience that can be done.